Hey guys, so it's March 25th and we did a farmer's market run this weekend. The farmer's market that I usually go to, the vendor at Waldo, has moved to Stark, Florida. They are called USA Vegetables, and I usually go to them a couple times a year, get corn and other vegetables from them, and I got my first corn of the season. I didn't get any last year because I got 3 bushels and canned it the year before. So I did go ahead and get some corn now that it's in, and some other things, and I want to show you, what I end up making with it and canning and preserving it. So we got a half a bushel of peaches and cream corn, or candy corn. I don't remember which one this is, but it's the bicolored corn. Sometimes they have candy, sometimes they have peaches and cream. And then I got my favorite, the Silver Queen corn. So there's 48 ears here. I'm going to see how many pints that will can. I'm just going to can that in pint jars with salt and water after I get all the kernels off the cobs. And that is delicious. And I'm almost, if I'm not out, I'm almost out of corn in my pantry from year before last when I canned 3 bushels of it. So it was time to get some more corn. I did get some mushrooms from them, which I'm just going to eat these fresh. And then I got a bushel of Romanesco broccoli, and I wanted to show you this, guys, because it's not one of your run-of-the-mill vegetables that is commonly grown. So at least not in the South. So this is it's called Romanesco broccoli, but it's kind of, to me, it's more like a cauliflower, and it has the texture and everything of a cauliflower, but it has more complex flavor. And first time I ever had this was at a brunch a few years ago, and it was pickled on a charcuterie brunch table, and I was just amazed, and I've been trying to grow it ever since. But I always start it in the spring, and I can't start broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage in the spring here in Zone 9A. So I always get big, beautiful leafy plants, but I've never been able to get the heads. So maybe this fall I will be able to grow some, start some in the fall, and see if I can make some beautiful Romanesco broccoli heads. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to pickle them, probably with some carrots and maybe some of my white turnips, and just do kind of like a mixed pickled vegetable medley thing. But that's what that's the plan. I did get these on Saturday, and I have been sick for the last few days. And so luckily yesterday while they were out here, it was below 60 degrees, so that helped me out. But today I'm working on the corn, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be working on strawberries and pickling this. I still have another batch of cabbage from my garden that I need to make pickled coleslaw with. So we also got these carrots, and I just got these carrots. Look how big these carrots are. These carrots are wild. I have seen these at the farmer's market, but I have not personally grown a carrot that big. I've grown a few big carrots, but not like that. So I just picked these up because they were cheap, and there's a lot to them, and I am going to add it to either the pickled, I'm either going to pickle them with this, or I'm going to use them in my pickled coleslaw. Got a couple of peppers, and then I got 4 boxes full of strawberries, not shown here. They're in the refrigerator. I'm not going to get them out just yet, but I will show you the strawberries whenever I get ready to do something with them. I'm going to be making jam and also freezing a lot of them for smoothies. So I will take you back in a little while whenever I got all my corn shucked and cut off the cobs, show you how much we got, and see how much these 48 ears end up canning up. I did do that a couple years ago, but I don't really remember how many we ended up with, so we'll see again. Okay, so here is a Silver Queen, and I checked the corn. It's actually the candy corn this time, but it is a bicolored corn. Sometimes we get peaches and cream, sometimes we get candy, but we always get Silver Queen. And here is the amazing Silver Queen corn that we grow in North Florida. And we are about to start chopping this up. Okay, so we got the whole bushel of corn cut off the cob, and I didn't do anything special to cut it off. I just held it up in this cookie sheet and just cut it down the sides to cut it off. And so now I'm going to get my jars and my canner and start filling up some jars, getting ready to can these. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys what I do with the corn cobs. I know that some people don't like canned corn off the cob, but we love it. And we also love this wonderful byproduct that we get, which is vegetable broth made from the corn cobs. So if you've never done that, I highly suggest it, because those corn cobs are still filled with a lot of milk and honey and sweetness, and it makes a fantastic vegetable broth. And it's just like the corn, when you open it up, it smells like summer. So it's a great thing to add to rice and vegetable soups and stuff like that. So just wanted to share real quick about the corn cob broth that I'm making, in case I haven't shared that before. Okay, we got the canner full. We got 10 pints on the bottom, and my Presto double stack 23 quart canner. And so I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pints and 1/2 pint. So 16 and a half pints that we got from the 1 bushel of corn. And if everything looks dusty out here, it's because I'm not in my house, I'm on my porch. So we've gotten a lot of pollen that's flying around this time of year. But that is the corn, and all we have in here is filtered water and 1 teaspoon of salt. And we are about to process that, pressure can it. Believe it's 20 to 40 minutes. I'll have to check the time before when I get it started. I'll check and make sure somewhere between 20 to 40 minutes for corn. And that'll be at 10 pounds pressure for my altitude. And let's look and see how the corn cobs are doing. We got them on 350, and they are just starting to heat up. So that will be another canner load full of delicious corn cob broth, vegetable broth. So I'll show you what we got when we get something else going on. Okay, so we have cut up the Romanesco broccoli, and we got my biggest bowl full. And I have chopped up about 3 of those big carrots. And I don't know how many it's going to make. I want to save some for dinner tonight. So I'm going to start out with 5 jars. And I'm going to put some whole peeled garlic cloves, some peppercorns, and some mustard seeds in the bottom of here. And then I'm going to fill the jars. And then I'm going to make a brine from apple cider vinegar, water, and salt, with just a little bit of sugar in it. And I will show you what that looks like here in a little bit. Okay, guys, what we got here is 11 wide mouth quarts, and I put some of the carrot spears in here from our carrots that we got from the farmer's market. And also on the cores of these Romanesco broccolis, I cut down to the center where it was tender and sweet, and I made those into spears as well. So that's what these white pieces are. That's the core. They were very tender and sweet, so I didn't want to leave those out. And I also, in each jar, I have 1 whole large jalapeno, several cloves of garlic. You can see the garlic right here in this one. I did some crushed red pepper, and some black peppercorns, and some yellow mustard seeds. And the Romanesco broccoli. So I am making a brine right now. I am doing, and of course it's after 5 o'clock, so we gotta have some very good, refreshing beverages to keep us going. But I'm making the brine right now, and I just did a simple brine. I did mix apple cider vinegar with some plain white vinegar, and since this Romanesco broccoli seems a little bougie, I put some wine vinegar in there as well, just probably about a cup, just to give it more of a complex flavor. And this Romanesco broccoli and the carrots have a sweetness to them, so the wine vinegar will also lend to that sweetness. I'm not putting any sugar in my brine. I did put a few tablespoons of salt, and that is it. So we're just winging it here and doing something simple so that the broccoli can shine. And this is how much we have left in our big old bowl. So that's 11 wide mouth quarts, and I have a good amount left to roast for dinner, and we'll probably have leftovers from that. So also on the stove, you hear the canner already going. Our pressure canner is going because we canned up the corncob broth, and we got 5.5 quarts of the corncob, pure corncob broth. Generally, I will divide those cobs up and do half a bushel in each roaster load, but this time I just threw them all in there and did an extra concentrated broth. So we only got 5.5 quarts, but they are very concentrated. So I will show you guys what these look like whenever they come out. Okay, so here is our sweet corn. This is candy corn and Silver Queen corn, and this was canned with just a half a teaspoon of salt and filtered water, and we got 16.5 pints off 1 bushel. Good morning, friends. So today is the day that we're going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to show you the finished product of our pickled Romanesco broccoli and our corncob broth. So we're back in the kitchen, the real kitchen, the indoor kitchen, I'll say. And we ended up with 11 pints of this spicy pickled Romanesco broccoli and carrots. And there's some jalapeno peppers in here as well. And we just put, this is just salt and vinegar. We use some apple cider vinegar, some white vinegar, and a little bit of rice wine vinegar to make that a little bit sweeter. Also, you can see we've got some whole garlic cloves in there. We use some mustard, whole yellow mustard, and some whole black peppercorns. So this turned out beautiful. They all sealed. I just boil and water bath canned these for about 20 minutes just to make sure they'd seal. And right here is our beautiful, pure, concentrated corncob broth. And so this is what would be considered a vegetable broth, or a vegetable stock. And I used a little bit of celery stalk leaves that I had laying around from some celery that I harvested from the garden. But mostly this was just all corncob, and it smells amazing when you open it up. It just has that wonderful aroma of sweet summer sweet corn. So I'm very excited that we got this byproduct from canning the sweet corn. And over here you'll see I got something else going on. I am fermenting peppers, and in here I've got habanero peppers, a few banana peppers, and some chili peppers, and also got some carrots and garlic in there. And I've been fermenting this for about a week. And a little bit saltier content because of the super hot peppers that are in there. But I'm thinking that we are getting ready maybe today or tomorrow to go ahead and blend this up and make hot sauce. So that's another side homesteading project that has been going in the background since I've been doing all this canning. And I still have my cabbage. I still got some cabbage that I need to make some coleslaw. I think I'm going to do some coleslaw for Easter. Fun fact, today is Good Friday. So arguably, or unarguably in my point of view, the most important day in human history, when Jesus Christ saved the world. He was crucified on the cross, and because of that, humankind has the ability to have everlasting life, and that is one of the most amazing things that has ever happened. So we definitely celebrate Good Friday, and in a couple of days we will be celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ for Easter. And one of the most important holidays for us, of course, the birth of Jesus Christ is a very important holiday because you couldn't have one without the other. But definitely a reverence to this time of year and what takes place between Good Friday and Easter Sunday and the whole Holy Week. That is Easter. So that is my little sermon today. But here is the beautiful Romanesco broccoli. I hope that you guys will try pickling this, or try this unique vegetable. If you do encounter it at a farmer's market, or even at a Whole Foods market, or someplace that local farmer is growing, or if you're growing yourself, pickled vegetables are one of those things that are a good thing to have as a side and a snack, and just something to keep around that is healthy for you. Obviously, vinegar and apple cider vinegar are very healthy things to eat, and the cost of vegetable broths and stocks in the stores are outrageous, and they get more and more so all the time. So don't ever throw away your vegetable scraps or your bones or anything like that, because you can make a whole new product. And I know a lot of people have a lot of empty jars, and they say fill them with water, and I don't fill mine with water. I fill them with broth, because I use the broth in everything that I cook that I would use as far as savory dishes that I would use water. I just grab some broth, and I make seafood broth, chicken broth, pork broth, ham broth, all the broths. So it's a good way to add a lot of nutrition to your food and make another product out of something that would be wasted, and keep your jars full with something nutritious on your shelf. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got some inspiration. Definitely wasn't a how-to video, just to give you some ideas and inspiration. So have a great Easter, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.